we've already had a little bit of rain. If you catch this on the last video, you've seen that it's some pretty crazy weather. And as I'm recording this, it hasn't happened yet, other than the little bit of rain we had last night. But as of right now, sun is shining. The sky is kind of bluing. So let's go cut down some trees. Welcome back to the journey, folks. So yeah, Gladys and I had actually got down here the other day and cleared out some stuff, knocked down some trees, and going through and just kind of getting this knocked out, getting this driveway project started. Basically today, since I am still dealing with some muddiness, I don't really want to be operating the tractor too much right here, not until we can get some rocks brought in. But I'm just going to continue piling stuff here. I'll kind of drag it out, bring it out the best of my ability. Still continue to kind of clean up some of these things. I'm not going to break out the chainsaw today. Just going through with some clippers, but I've also marked the trail. So if you kind of caught us over on the side channel as well, and I could throw that up here for our TV viewers, so you can take a picture of this link and it'll take you to that channel to sub. That way it'll show up on your TV to be able to make sure that you're not missing anything, both here and the behind the scenes stuff. So I've been going through marking. So I've got a spot marked down there. I have another spot marked down at my base elevation, down by the culvert. And then I've been going through, so I don't know if you can kind of see from here, tree number 1 is marked with the orange paint, and that gets me kind of going up and around of where we need to go. So I did everything on my phone, or actually on the computer is where I started, and kind of going through, and not sponsored, but I've been using the app there's an app called Acres, and I know it's kind of hard to see on the phone because it gives you like those little lines and stuff, but it basically gives you the map of where you're at, and it shows, what I like about it is that it shows the contour lines based off of your land, and it's pretty close. From what I can see, it's fairly accurate. Is it perfect? No, not by any means, but it's definitely going to get you in the ballpark. So I had put down some dots, which I'll take a picture. It better shows up as a picture and everything so you see. So I had originally put down on the computer, based off of just the map itself, I put down some markings kind of showing, of what I wanted my grade to be, which I like to be close to 10. A 10% grade or less. Obviously if we can go less, it's better, but at no more, right? No more than a 10%, if at all possible. So with that, going through, and if you don't know how to shoot grade, I don't either. So this is probably not the best video to watch. I've been watching a lot of other stuff. I've never had to do this before, so I'm still kind of learning as I go, whatnot. But I just know that for every 20 feet of elevation that I'm going, which on that map, it shows every single one of those lines as a 20-foot increment going up. So for every 20 feet elevation, I'm having to go out, at least 83, 84. So it's like 83.33. So I'm going out 84 feet. And before I get to that next elevation, and that kind of will keep me at that grade level that I need to be. Now, I have mentioned too over on the side channel that I'm going to be getting a laser, the rotary laser setup. That way I can actually come out here with a grade stick and do stuff and actually get it, better. But for just being able to clear the land, just being able to go through and do stuff, I'm going to stick with the paint and using the app for now. and it just gets me that rough ballpark that I think will be great. So with that being said, less yakety yakety, more workety workety. So let's set you up and let's get to clearing some land. Hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. He's like, stop it. Love you, baby. He's on our way into town, has to run to the post office. So yeah, if you didn't know, we actually have a P.O. box. If we like to get, old-fashioned letters, we're those types of folks that enjoy a good handwritten letter. So if you ever feel like you'd like to send us something, that P.O. box is always down in the description. But obviously, just kind of coming through here, you probably see that orange paint a little better on that tree. Kind of going through, just keeping this lane. Obviously, a lot of this stuff I'm going to have to do, with a chainsaw. But we can kind of come over here. And just right now, it's so muddy that I really don't want to get in here. Because even right there where I'm sitting, it's just going to start tearing it up more than it's going to help. So I'm not going to do any tractor work today. I'm going to wait until after all this rain clears and it starts drying up a little bit. But I'm going to get all of this cleared out, even the stuff that I was doing beforehand. Just get all of this completely cleared. And then this tree more than likely is going to stay. So that's going to be kind of like the entrance point. Right, this tree's going to go, but it's all going to stay kind of right in here. So all these trees, the big trees, they're on the side. So like that one going all the way up. There's almost like a line of them. That's going to stay the bottom portion of our drive, or the downhill side of the driveway, kind of going up and around. So it will be tree lined. Plus that also helps with erosion, right? It's not going to allow rain to kind of wash the road away. That's the theory. Now you still want the road to kind of lean in towards the hill, so all the water will be on the left side, and we'll have it drain. It'll basically go all the way down, to that point there, to where it'll go through the big culvert underneath our other driveway, right? And that's the goal. And then obviously, if there's going to be any points of the road that is not going to drain this way, and it looks like we need to put like another culvert going in, I can do that. Because basically once I get past tree number 1, it's not cleared out the greatest yet. I'm only focusing on to here for right now. So basically there's going to be 5 trees. I've marked up 5 trees, and we're just going to do it in stages. So this is stage 1. Then the next one I'll go to stage 2. So this right here is already from here to our gate almost 100 feet. So that's going to be a lot of work. A lot of work. And we're just going to continue going around, because going all the way up and around to get to the top of the hill is almost 900 feet long, give or take. And yeah, it's just going to be a slow go, but I think, this is obviously my big project for the year. Just trying to get this knocked out. Obviously, once summer hits, a lot of stuff will be a lot drier. Kind of get in here a lot better with the tractor. But springtime, definitely not. Not around here. So obviously we will work around the weather. Just continue doing what we can when we can, but this is going to be the big project for the year. Let's get in here and getting that road built up to the ridge. Whew, all right, I'm gonna take a break. Okay, so after my break, I went ahead and cleared this off, just off camera. Went ahead and got a big pile going here. I'm gonna move this to the front of the property, and then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and probably call this one quits, because obviously the wind's starting to pick up a lot. Weather's starting to move in, and I've already felt some drops. So yeah, I don't want to be out here when the weather hits a little bit harder. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day for this. But obviously, as you're watching this, it's probably going to be much later of when I'm actually recording, because yeah, I'm still going to try to get out here and get all of this cleaned up before I decide I want to release this one. So all right, I guess in the power of editing, we'll see you in a sec. Okay, our rain event has subsided, so oh, I'm back. Oh man, I started to sink. That's where I have one of the drains right there. Obviously, water still kind of comes down right here from this area, because until I can finish this side of this, yeah, a lot of that water still goes across the driveway. Yeah, the biggest holdup on this is obviously I need to go get some more of these, and then, but the biggest thing, what I'm waiting for, is I do need another load of rocks, and a load of that rock is over $500 a load. Yeah, so still putting that money aside, folks. Still putting that money aside. So with that being said, over here, obviously we had a lot of water washed down over this. So this is my whole drain. If you want to go catch that video, that's available. I can always throw it up here in the corner, but we have a French drain that goes around this whole thing. But once I have sediment come over this rock, it just kind of washes out. So yeah, when you got a whole lot of rain coming really quick, that happens. Well, but at some point we'll get all this completely taken care of, and then we don't have to worry about that. But anyway, you're not here for that. You're here for this driveway that we're building up our ridge. So let's go check it out. Let's see what's going to happen with it. All right, here we are. So you can see created quite a mess. So obviously, because this road is not graded just yet, we had a lot of water come down, and it just, yeah, put a whole bunch of sediment, clay, silt, just all across our driveway here. So until I can get up here, so right now a lot of water is staying on this side. I want it to go on that side, so I'm just gonna have to continue grading this, because as you can see, even though it's kind of clogged with a bunch of leaves right here, this is where we have a lot of water come down, and still flowing, kind of goes all the way down and then goes into our big culvert. But all of this area here anyway is going to be getting more, rock, more dirt. We still plan on raising all that up to like another 6 inches worth of material, give or take. And then we also have a lot of water that comes down that side, which I do need to clean up a spot kind of over there a little bit, because right now, water that comes down, because there's another ridge right here that kind of goes up, and then there's a valley, and there's a lot of water that comes down over there, and it's washed out a lot of like rocks and sediment, kind of the same thing, to where now the water doesn't want to come down, it just wants to go right down that road and kind of wash that out. So at some point I got to fix that too. So yeah, until we've dried up a little bit, I'll give this a few days, at least where I can get in here with the tractor without, really tearing it up. Get just a lot of this mud. So you see some of the water coming down right here, right, is all coming down from the left side. And then once it got to here, that's when it crossed over. So I'll get in here with the tractor, once I get the backhoe put on. That way I can kind of try to put a berm right here, because we're not going up that way anymore. That way any water coming down off this hill will go to the ditch over there, and it'll stop doing what I'm doing. Because all of this over here on this side, nothing, right? I mean, sure, it's wet, but it's not really affected yet. So, but I'm gonna get in here. I still need to get the backhoe put on. I got a few stumps I need to take out. That way, once I do that, I can try to take some of this material and start moving it over to the side. And that way I can also get in here and just really start clearing that out and all that stuff. And then I was also kind of waiting, because I have two saws. I have my steel, which is a steel farm, was it the 271, I think, Farm Boss, something like that. I mean, I posted a few videos on it, did a short on it, and yeah, because that's what I was using. It's my bigger saw, and I was using that for cutting beams for a shed foundation. And then I also have a smaller little Husqvarna that has a 16-inch bar on it, and it's, well, for one, it's a much lighter saw to kind of get in here and take care of some of these trees. Because if I need to cut down a bigger tree that requires me to use the 20-inch bar with my steel, I prefer using that Husky because it's much lighter, right? And that's just it. So, but that is now fixed. I was waiting on a part for that, and that's all good to go. I spent some time yesterday getting it all sharpened up and tuned up, and now that it's ready, I can get in here and start, cutting up some of these trees. Getting them into more manageable stuff. But yeah, that's not going to happen until tomorrow. So yeah, and some of that other logs and stuff like that, I just set off to the side, and then I'll grab that and move that off later and whatnot. So if you're new here and you've made it this far, all the way to the end of the video, and you're not subscribed, we gladly ask that you give us that subscribe. We're just two retired veterans living our daily life and bringing you all along the journey. So that's it. Whatever we're doing here is what you're watching there. And right now, we're building a road. So we definitely thank you for being here. We appreciate you for being here. Share us out, help us grow. Leave us a comment. We always love that. It's greatly appreciated. Get down into our description to check any links of stuff. Get to that PO box if you'd like to write us a letter. It's greatly appreciated. So yeah, that's it. If you'd like to stick around a little bit more on this journey we call life, YouTube suggests that you watch this video right here, and then I can throw up a playlist over here on the other side if you'd like to stick around a little bit further. And then always get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, because you never know if it's their last day. And we'll see you on the next one. Later, friends.